welcome inside Orchard Lake, Michigan, and Dan Petrie Field as we get ready for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, the state's #1 team, the country's #1 team, as they welcome in number 9 Hartland. Hartland's in the house, top 10 team, just a couple wins and 5 tries. But they got one yesterday against Lakeland. They'll look to stay nice today against Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Hello again, everybody. My name is Chad Bush. We are the Prep. Glad to have you for this great battle between two top 10 teams, at least in our latest top 10. We'll reveal that later. We've got a new top 10 today. And Orchard Lake St. Mary's has headed to the dugout. A little bit of precipitation. We've protected the cameras with Pat's garbage bags. We hope it's going to work out just fine. And Alex Westfall is your executive producer. Now then, Orchard Lake St. Mary's 6-0 on the year. Coming off a sweep and a couple of no-nos they tossed against UAD right here on this very field to go to 6-0. So St. Mary's, 3 no-hitters on the year and 20 home runs. And they're just 6 games in. And they're doing things that maybe others didn't think they could do. And we'll see if this pace continues. They'll give the ball today to Nolan Higgins. Nolan Higgins, a senior right-hander who's paid his dues and has really improved in the offseason. He's seen a fastball go from about 85 this summer all the way up to about 92 as of late. And Nolan Higgins, 6'4", 190. You see he's committed to Lansing Community College, and he's kind of a late bloomer. So he's going to get an extra year to go to LCC, improve his stock. This is a Division I pitcher, folks. And folks just haven't had a chance to see much of him. Not a lot of time last year for Nolan Higgins when St. Mary's went 43-1. Higgins on the year threw just 2 1/3 innings and in 3 games of action. But it's a fastball that gets up to 92. And you see that frame, room to grow. Number 11, Nolan Higgins on the hill today for Orchard Lake St. Mary's. We'll get to the lineups here in a minute. You see Matt Petrie in his 12th year. Again, has his team off to a 6-0 start. And that's the bench boss for Hartland across the way, and that is third-year head coach Brad Gunther, the pride of Saline. Remember Saline? St. Mary's only loss a year ago was to Saline. Well, that's where this head coach for Hartland attended his high school, where he was a part of a state title run. And the Eaglets will face Hartland today. Let's take a look at that Hartland starting lineup. And Hartland comes in 2-3 on the year. Hartland is a club that's off to a slower start than most, but it is a formidable lineup, and they look like this. Mike Zielinski, that's a freshman at the top of the lineup. He'll play in center field. Sam Clay is a guy you should know about. He's a great athlete, also plays on the football field. Player of the year in Livingston County, and we'll talk more about that, but he's a great shortstop, 5'9", 180. And he's in that 2-hole. Gannon Grunman will pitch today. He's on the mound, and he can also handle the stick. Grunman, a Michigan State commit. He's a left-handed pitcher, and we'll talk more about him later on the mound. Colin Farquhar Harrison is at second base, and he will bat in the cleanup spot. Logan Berner is at first base. He'll bat 6th. Casey Shattuck is the catcher. He'll bat 7th. And Braylon Bubak is in left field. He'll bat 8th. And batting 9th, Mitchell Cavanaugh. We're coming back for the starters for Orchard Lake St. Mary's in the start of this one right after this. We are the Prep. Welcome back to Dan Petrie Field as we get set for the Eaglets, #1 in the nation, #1 in the state of Michigan, taking on number 9 Hartland today. Coach, coming off a couple of no-hitters your last time out against UAD. You now 3 no-hitters on the year, 20 home runs in the season, 6-0. Is this the start that you dreamed of?
Yeah, we're playing well right now. We're pitching the ball well. Obviously, we're hitting with some power. We're seeing some good things from guys that are just getting their first varsity experience. So overall, it's been a good first 6 games for us. But things are going to get tougher here starting today and with Brother Rice tomorrow and moving into our spring break trip.
20 home runs already. I knew the power was something that we knew this club would have again this year, but my goodness, 20 is a little more than maybe anybody would expect. What's been the biggest difference in the power numbers?
And just guys that are, physically more mature than they were last year. Like Irish is off to a great start. He's got 6, by himself. But, we have the capability of hitting the long ball from 1 through 9 in the lineup. And we've seen guys from 1 through 9, leave the yard this year.
It's been impressive on the batting side of things, but also the pitching. And you'll get a chance today to throw a kid that didn't get a lot of time last year. Worked his tail off in the offseason, and we'll see what Nolan Higgins has to offer here today. What can you tell us about Nolan?
Yeah, Nolan's a senior right-handed pitcher, works as high as 92 with his fastball. The biggest difference maker for him this year compared to last year is the development of his slider that he'll feature today. He got a big out for us, a week and a half or so ago against CC when it was 8-4 with the bases loaded. He came in and was able to get out of that and threw a scoreless inning on Thursday against UAD. So this is, rewarding him for a great job so far this year and, getting him on the mound with a start.
And he'll take on a Hartland team that is under new leadership from a couple of seasons ago. But look, they're a team that won 20 games last year. They come in as a formidable opponent. He'll have a challenge.
Oh, yeah, absolutely. Hartland, a top 10 program. Brad does a great job over there. I've known Brad a long time. His teams are well coached. They play hard. They'll bunt. They'll hit and run. They'll steal some bases. They're a really formidable opponent, and we're looking forward to tuning up against today.
What are the challenges in getting this team ready for every game? I mean, obviously they've had an easy time going through these opponents. Keeping them focused, how do you do that?
They realize that we have a lot to play for. They have some internal goals that they want to reach that maybe we didn't reach last year. For all the success we had last year, there were some goals in there that we didn't quite get to. So they remain motivated, and obviously with a lot of them having pro aspirations, and there's a couple colleges here today. There's a lot of pro guys here today. So there's always something to play for, and we're looking forward to that today.
Best of luck today in your efforts, and we'll catch up with you tomorrow against Brother Rice for a meaningful doubleheader tomorrow in Troy. Thanks for your time, and we'll talk to you down the line, Skip.
Absolutely. Thanks, Chad.
All right, there he is, Matt Petrie in his 12th year as we get ready for St. Mary's in Hartland. That's coming up next on Long Ball Live. Welcome back to Dan Petrie Field. My name is Chad Bush. You saw the starting lineup for Hartland. Let's meet the starting defense for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, the number 1 team in the state, number 1 team in the country, and they'll look at Mr. Cowdrey behind home plate. Vincent Cowdrey at third base. It's Blake Grimmer. At shortstop, Jason Oliver. At second base, Minnie McKay. At first base, it's Ike Irish. In left field, it's Ryan Mooney. And in center field today, Jack Crichton. And in right field, Nolan Schubert, or Dresselhaus, rather.
65 degrees.
And we are underway. 65 degrees, says your public address announcer, the famous Todd Bardis. There's a foul away. This is a freshman, Michael Zielinski. This is a freshman to note. And this is a nice, fine ball player. He's in center field today, off to a hot start. And a young kid now behind 0-2 to Nolan Higgins. Pitch in the dirt. Higgins, we told you that fastball has really started to hum since the calendar year flipped 2022. He's seen 92 miles an hour. He sits in the upper 80s. But Nolan Higgins ahead in the count. Location is important. Swing and a miss. He got the rookie on strikes and down on strikes. You take a look at Nolan Higgins and his profile as he gets his first K today. The senior, 6'4", 190. He is committed to Lansing Community College. Right-handed fastball into the lower 90s. And he'll be challenged here against Sam Clay, the shortstop, who taps one slowly to first. Over to field his position. is Nolan Higgins, flips to first to Ike Irish, who's over at first, sack today, and there's quickly 2 outs.
Now batting pitcher number
And
5,
Jets Pizza has
Gannon
arrived,
Grundman.
most importantly. So this will be the third hitter in the lineup. This is Gannon Grundman, tall drink of water, committed to Michigan State, 6'4", 190. And he can swing it too now. First pitch is a fastball outside. St. Mary's 6-0. Hartland 2-3. So why would you rank Hartland ninth in your poll, Chad, if they're 2-3? Well, because they're pretty good, and they're led by this guy, base hit to center field. Gannon Grundman, who you'll see on the mound with a nice, easy swing to center, and that's why he's being talked about as being a two-way player at Michigan State. The pitching's going to get him there, but the bat might keep him there for dual roles. Here comes Colin Farquhar-Harrison. Farquharson, I apologize. Already screwing up names I prepared for. Not good. We're going to get a courtesy runner at first base, and his name is Logan Berner. Is that right? Is that Berner at first? Yep. And that's a name to have if you're on the base paths. It's not a bad last name to have, Berner. Thanks for laughing. You're the only one here listening. There's a meeting of the minds at the mound, and something's going on here, and I don't know what. Let's take another look at that Hartland lineup, please. Led by Brad Gunther, the former Wayne State Warrior and former Saline Hornet. We get that lineup, yeah. Thank you. And you see it. This is Farquharson, and that's Berner in the on-deck circle. Here's the offering that's lined to the shortstop softly, and Minnie McKay goes down low, snatches it off that wet dirt, and that's 3 outs. We take a timeout. We're coming back to Dan Petrie Field. Uno, dos, tres.
There's just one place where students are students first, and athletics are played with purpose and perspective. That place is your local high school. High school sports offer more than the joy of competition. Studies show that student athletes are also likely to enjoy greater levels of achievement in other areas of their lives, including academics. High school sports, a winning part of a complete education.
Let's take a look at that Orchard Lake St. Mary's lineup. Number 1 ranked Eaglets putting up some power numbers. 20 home runs on the year for this team already through 6 games. Jake Dresselhaus leads things off. He's in right field today. Jack Crichton is in center, so a little switcheroo there. Nolan Higgins is not in that third spot. That will be the DH today, and that will be Nolan Schubert. Ike Irish will bat 4th. He's in the cleanup spot. 6 home runs on the year for Ike Irish, the first baseman. Ryan McKay will bat 5th. He's at second base, as you saw, as he made the final out. Blake Grimmer bats 6th. He's a Tennessee commit. Jason Oliver's a Michigan commit. He's at short. And Vincent Cowdrey is catching today. Ryan Mooney in left field. And that's the starting 9 for Matt Petrie in his 12th year. And the Eaglets, of course, coming off back-to-back state titles. And this is how the defense will look for Hartland as they roll it out with Nash at third, Clay at short, Farquharson at second base. Berner is at first base. Bubak in left, Zielinski in center, Kavanaugh in right. And Shattuck behind home plate. And into the box is Jake Dresselhaus. Dresselhaus off to a great start this year offensively, where he continued a season ago. The power numbers were going to be hard to continue upon. And he's faces the left-hander. Swing and a miss. This is Gannon Grundman. Grunman, the left-handed pitcher, 6'4", 290, or 190 rather. Don't want to put 100 pounds on him overnight. The Eagles did play yesterday. Swing and a miss. This is a guy that can really locate that fastball. A Michigan State commit. That fastball sits right in the mid-80s, but a lot of movement on it. Also has a changeup and a slider and a two-way guy. He had the lone hit for Hartland in the first. And you get a look at the 6'4", 190 Gannon Grundman. He's ahead 1-2 here. Swing and a miss. Got him on a changeup and a nasty one. Good scoop up for Shattuck, and there's one out in the Eaglet first.
Number 5, Jack Crichton.
So here is Jack Crichton, the University of Michigan commit. And today he's in center field. We've seen him in left, we've seen him in third, and we've seen him get hit here on the front foot. So a hit by pitch, Grunman, after he easily handled Dresselhaus,
Number 30,
hits Crichton as we get a nice look here. Might have got him on that back right foot. Looks like it did. Can we see that again? Maybe a little slower. He's shaking it off at first. By the way, your replay coordinator today is Chase Kaufman. And look at this back foot. I think it hits here. Yeah, good look at it. I think it's the calf. Might have got him on the calf. Either way, it doesn't tickle. He's on at first. He runs well. There's one out and one man on. This is Nolan Schubert, committed to the University of Michigan as well. A power hitter from the left-handed side. Today's a DH. Usually he's in right field. Good size lead at first for Crichton, who runs well. And that gets off the glove. And down to second base goes Jack Crichton. That's off the glove of Shattuck, the catcher. It's a fine defensive catcher. Might have been crossed up a bit. So now Crichton in scoring position with nobody out, one out rather. No score. Off-speed pitch, well-placed upper inner quadrant for strike one. That's a really nice place to put a changeup. Got him with that fastball. 2-2, count levels. Ground ball softly to first, handled by Burner, touches himself, touches the bag himself.
Now batting first baseman, number 18.
Advancing to third is Crichton, and there's two outs now. And here comes the Auburn commit, Ike Irish, who is really starting to move up in his stock and his draft boards. He has 6 home runs on the year. His first 5 hits of this season all went deep. Ike Irish's numbers are off the charts. He has 6 hits, make it 8 hits and 11 at-bats, 13 RBIs, 12 runs scored, and 6 home runs. He's batting .727, and he's leading this team. His slugging percentage is .2,364. There's a fastball that just misses off the edge, well placed, and you can see that there's really no reason to pitch to Ike Irish here. .727 average you see there. 6 home runs, 13 RBIs. Thank you, Daniel. And they're not interested in pitching to a guy that has a .727 average. Runner at third is Crichton looking for the game's first run. There's 2 outs. McKay in the on-deck circle. We'll see if they continue to stay away. No, they won't. Gannon Grunman. A slight build. The guy in the on-deck circle will be his teammate at Michigan State. And, yeah, they're not interested. Ryan McKay, though, is second on the team in hitting, and it's not much of a breather. He hit .667, and he's driven in 7 runs this year. 11 of Minnie's hits have been singles this year, which is a bit of an oddity. This is a guy that does hit for a lot of extra base power, but it's been 11 out of his 12 for base hits, which is, hey, look, Matt Petrie will take it. Runners at the corners, 2 outs. And a ground ball to first, right at Burner. He'll handle it easily, and the side retired. So, a nice job by Gannon Grunman to get out of trouble and get through this Eaglet gauntlet. We'll take a timeout. We're coming back to Dan Petrie Field right after this.
What I could tell right off the start was that they were really about the player, and I just got out of high school, so I was using BB Core bats for the past 3 or 4 years. When y'all came to me, took my advice, trying to figure out what we wanted, what I learned in high school about bats, and what I wish I had, it's really cool to be a part of. I can't remember the last time that I hit balls that far with the BB Core bat or as hard. Definitely the best BB Core bat I've ever swung in my life. And I've swung plenty of BB Core bats. The numbers can prove it too, because the numbers that I was getting on my exit velos and the distance, I really didn't get close to that in some of the other BB Core bats. Yeah, just overall, it's been really fun. Know that you were a part of it and that a lot of kids are going to love to use it. Yeah, super excited.
Welcome back to Dan Petrie Field. The guy who made the final out recorded was the first baseman, Mr. Burner. And he leads off here in the second, followed by Shattuck and Buback. Here for Hartland. The Eagles under Brad Gunther. Strike called. Gunther's from Saline. And after losing 2 state titles as a player at Saline, this is a guy who came back as an assistant coach. There's a cut and a miss down on strikes. Strikeout for Nolan. And that is his second of the ball game.
Batting catcher number 7, Casey Shattuck.
Here comes Shattuck, the catcher. You look at him as one of the impact players, vocal leader on this team. You also see Zielinski, just a freshman, Sam Clay, and Bruce Jellison. Bruce Jellison is not playing today. Although he is an impact player, the guy in the upper left, and he's committed to Wabash Valley. He's a Division I player. He had an injury last week, tweaked it in a game yesterday, Sunday. And Hartland's win over the Eagles of Lakeland. Swing and a miss. This is Casey Shattuck. Guy that has some pop in the bat. Known for his clutch hitting, though. And this is a guy that leads them. A lot of chatter, a lot of talk, and a lot of leadership. vocally and by example. And Brad Gunther really likes this young man. 2-2 the count. Nice pitch. Got him on strikes. Inside corner, off-speed pitch, and that's filthy.
Now batting left fielder number 15, Braylon Bubak.
We get another look at this, and Nolan Higgins, yeah, that's a tight slider, and that's really nice. That is the third strikeout, I believe, right, Pat? Third strikeout for Nolan, yep. 2 outs here in the second. There's a foul back. This is Braylon Bubak. Bubak spelled B-U-B-A-C-K. He's in left field. Braylon Bubak batting with 2 outs, nobody on, and there's no score here in the top of the second. Swing and a miss. That's another off-speed pitch, well located by Higgins. Higgins headed to LCC, Lansing Community College. Don't let that fool you. This is a Division I arm. Just didn't get a lot of time last year. And, I mean, St. Mary's is deep, man. I mean, you look at all these guys, and it's amazing they make the roster here, let alone get a chance to get on the field. There's only so many slots. And Higgins last year probably would have started on 90% of the teams in this state, but couldn't find time even out of the bullpen. Just 2 1/3 innings. But this is the kind of kid that's come in and has really taken reins in his senior campaign when he's given a chance. Here's the 0-2. Fouled back. Cowdery couldn't hang on. And we'll do it again. Higgins has thrown an inning and a third coming in. This is just his third game pitch, but this is his first start of the year. He does have a save on the season. Here's the pitch. Fouled back, tardy on that fastball. We're going to get a clock on him. Pat's got his gun. We're going to get Kurt out there. I know. Where's Kurt? He's out there. Where's the gun? What's he throwing? There's about 100 scouts here. We just need to get behind one of them and find out this kid's pitch speed. 0-2 pitch with 2 outs and nobody on. Tapper back to Higgins, who's been a busy boy. He'll underhand to first, and the side retired. Here come the Eaglets to congratulate Higgy. He's been sharp so far. No score. We're coming back to Dan Petrie Field in a moment. This is the Prep.
Pure Barre is a full-body workout that transforms you, physically and mentally. Our musically driven group classes focus on low-impact, small movements that strengthen and tone your entire body in 50 minutes or less. Anyone is capable of taking Pure Barre, no matter your age or fitness level, and no dance experience is required.
The innocence of youth. Is there anything any better? But soon they'll be in high school and facing all the same challenges you faced. How to make friends, how to fit in, how to be cool. We want our children to have everything they'll need to live fulfilling and productive lives. Make sure the kids in your family are among the more than 300,000 participants here in Michigan who take part in high school sports.
Starting to cool off here. The rain's starting to come down. As you take a look at the impact players, Nolan Schubert, senior commit to Michigan, 471, 3 home runs. Like Irish, 727 as we talked about. Jack Crichton, 588, 2 home runs. Blake Grimmer, who steps up now. The junior batting 500, 3 home runs, 10 RBIs. He's a commit to Tennessee, just a junior. Jason Oliver in the on-deck circle. Grunman to the wind, and it's a pitch outside. This is a fun matchup when you see these St. Mary's lefties against a left-handed pitcher, and it's always a challenge. Some guys hit lefties better, but usually lefties on lefties, advantage pitcher. But Grimmer can hit really any side. He's mashed the ball so far. He did not play high school ball in the state of Michigan last year. He sat the year out. He played for Spring Lake prior to that. This is another guy who will be draft eligible next year and will be talked about in that same category. He skies one here to center. Back goes Zielinski to the wall, and he makes the catch. Warning track. Zielinski, the freshman, tracked it well, even with precipitation. And he says, yep. Caught it right out in front of our center field camera.
Jason Oliver.
This is a good look here. Zielinski camped right under it. And it's not easy to track. So, one up and one down. Here is Jason Oliver, the Michigan commit. 13 Division I commits on this team, if you're wondering, for St. Mary's. 412, 2 home runs, 13 RBIs. Daniel Cole, your graphics coordinator today. Here's the pitch. Grunman bounces one up. Fine stop by that backstop. We told you he's good with leadership. He's also good with the glove. Casey Shattuck. Casey spelled K-A-S-Y. 2-0. Oliver's ahead of the count. And he looks at an off-speed pitch that gets over the inside part for a strike. Oliver's had a tough go of borderline pitches getting called against him this year. Kind of look back there like, man, going to call another tight one on me? Just one hit in the game, and it's come by way of Hartland. Big swing and a miss for Jay there. Might have fouled it back. Oliver, a middle infielder, can play the corners as well. 13 RBIs on the season, 6 runs scored. 2-2 count, 1 out, nobody on. Got him. Check swing, he went out on strikes, and Grunman with the K. So that'll bring up Cowdrey.
Number 16, Vincent Cowdrey.
Second strikeout of the game. This one's popped foul out of play. Vincent Cowdrey. His father, Michael, went to Central Michigan. Played some baseball up there. He's the AD over at Bloomfield Hills High School. Fouls it back. Gannon Grunman. Looking for his third strikeout of the game. The Michigan State commit. Up and away. Good eye for Cowdrey. Gannon Grunman, really nice movement on that pitch. And his coach, Brad Gunther, says, I like the way he competes. And Gunther has coached Gannon since he was 10 years old. Good job of Cowdrey to stay off that changeup. The changeup is his second best pitch from that top pitch, which is a mid-80s fastball, but it moves well, and it's well placed. The slider is also in his arsenal as the third pitch, and the fourth is that Uncle Charlie. Here's the 2-2 with 2 outs. Got him on strikes. Strike 3, backwards K, frozen pizza. I'm going to eat some hot pizza. Let's go to a timeout. No score from Dan Petrie Field.
to tell you about sportsmanship because it's important. Treat your opponents the way you would want to be treated. My mom says that. Listen to the referees. It's their job. Be nice to their team and our team. Cheer them on. Always play fair. It's the right thing to do. It's sportsmanship. It's not that hard.
Well, we started at about 65 degrees, and I think we've dropped down into the 50s. It's starting to chill out a little bit. 2SP never chills. They're always bringing it strong. Joe Neal, he's got 4 locations you should check out. Contact him at 2spsports.com, 248-397-8945. Custom programs that blend disciplines of exercise science coaching and athletic skill development, which will implement robust habits that help athletes succeed in competition. Check them out, 2SP. Receive 10% off when you mention the prep. So get after it and get signed up at 2SP. This is number 9, Gavin Nash. He's batting 8th in the lineup today, and he's at third base, and he looked at strike 1 from Nolan Higgins. Higgins with 3 strikeouts on the day, and he's flirting for his 4th strikeout in just 2 innings in a third pitched. Fouled away. Gavin Nash, just a junior. He also will pitch. Good arm on this young man. He can hit it as well. Spread out stance against Higgins. Pitch in the dirt. A waste pitch, 1-2. In the on-deck circle is the number 9 hitter, Mitchell Cavanaugh. No score, top of the third. No hits for St. Mary's, 1 hit for Hartland. This is a Hartland team that started the year splitting with Dexter. That was last Tuesday. They won 4-1 and then lost 1-4, or 4-1, however you want to say that. I prefer 4-1. Then they got swept by Northville last week. Swing and a miss. Got him on strikes. That's 4 Ks for Mr. Higgins. And there's 1 out here in the third.
Now batting right fielder, number 12, Mitchell Cavanaugh.
See Higgins here, and boy, that breaking ball is just filthy right now. So here comes their number 9 hitter, Mitchell Cavanaugh. 4 strikeouts now through 28 pitches in 2 1/3 innings for Nolan Higgins. That slider has been good to him. He goes back to it, but can't find the zone. There's some cheddar on the outside, Black. Called strike 1. St. Mary's will play tomorrow against their rival in the Catholic League, Brother Rice. That game will be played in Troy. That game will be played on the prep. We're glad to have that for you from Troy, somewhere in Troy. Parts unknown in Troy. Two-1 is tapped foul just wide of the St. Mary's third base dugout here at Dan Petrie Field. 2-2 the count with 1 out, nobody on. No hits for St. Mary's, 1 hit for Hartland. And the guy responsible for that 1 hit is Gannon Grunman, the guy that tried to help his cause back in the first. Here's the 2-2. Got him on strikes. K number 5 for Higgins. And the Eaglets have 2 outs here in the third.
Now batting number 17, Michael Zielinski.
First pitch cut on and missed by the rookie Zielinski. His father, Mike Zielinski, played at Wayne State and was a fine ball player himself. A little tardy with that outside offering. 0-2 for the freshman center fielder, Michael Zielinski. Brad Gunther saying this is a kid that also plays hockey and plays it very well. Doesn't play at the school, plays AAA hockey at a high level. Kurt, our intern, also plays hockey at a high level. Have you heard of this guy? You should take note, Kurt. Scouting report. Pitches up and in at Zielinski, who's leveled the count now at 2-2. Guy that can really find the barrel, has some pop too. Pitch on the inside corner, good try for Higgins. Nolan's been sharp so far through 2 2/3 innings. And he's trying to close this out. He's given up just the one hit. He's trying to close this out with strike 3. Got him. 6 strikeouts for Higgins. The bench explodes. He's been clean through 3 despite his offense. Not able to help him just quite yet. Look at this pitch. Just firing and finding corners. Clay knew it. He's out on strikes. We're coming back with the start of the 4th. We got a dandy here on Long Ball Live. Thanks for watching.
What I could tell right off the start was that they were really about the player, and I just got out of high school, so I was using BB Core bats for the past 3 or 4 years. When y'all came to me, took my advice, trying to figure out what we wanted, what I learned in high school about bats, and what I wish I had, it's really cool to be a part of. I can't remember the last time that I hit balls that far with a BB Core bat or as hard. Definitely the best BB Core bat I've ever swung in my life. And I've swung plenty of BB Core bats. The numbers can prove it too, because the numbers that I was getting on my exit velos and the distance, I really didn't get close to that in some of the other BB Core bats. Yeah, just overall, it's been really fun. Know that you were a part of it and that a lot of kids are going to love to use it. Yeah, super excited.
You take a look at the top 10 in our Long Ball Live. Michigan top 10. This is really Metro Detroit. St. Mary's number 1, Liggett 2. Those two were supposed to play on Saturday. Got rained out. We were going to do the game. They'll do it again on the 19th, and we'll broadcast it. You see Brother Rice, the opponent, tomorrow. They're number 3. And Woodhaven 4. New Boston Huron. The Schwarzenegger's Club 5. Temperance Bedford 6. Howell 7th. Northville 8. And there they are, the Hartland Eagles at 9. And Livonia Stevenson, number 10, popped it up. Going back is Casey with a K, and he missed it. And we've all been there before if you've caught. That's not a good feeling, but you know what? It happens to the best of them. Number 10, Livonia Stevenson. Did I mention that? They moved from number 2 down to 10. Yeah, that's what happens when you start off as slow as they did. Alex Westfall and Evan Westfall went over to talk to the team earlier this afternoon. No, I'm kidding, but we still believe in them. We kept them in the top 10. Hey, Hartland's 2-3. They're number 9, but they've yet to found their pace. But Brad Gunther and this club, after last year's 20-win season, looking in prime position to make a run. This is Ryan Mooney. Ryan Mooney, the Notre Dame commit. 2-2 the count. Mooney in left field today. Here's the pitch by Grunman. Got him on strikes. Breaking ball, check swing. Called strike 3. And there's one out quickly here in the third.
Batting number 4, Jake Dresselhaus.
Nice looking pitch again. Grunman has been wonderful today. That is strikeout number 4 as we get another look. Here comes Jake Dresselhaus. 4 strikeouts for Grunman, just that one walk, but no hits. He has given up no hits to this Eaglet club through 3 1/3. Is that right? Yeah. Swing and a miss. Are we in the bottom of the third? Is that right? Okay. In the dirt, Grunman's had his way today. Control of that fastball, and his team coming off a win yesterday. 4-3 over Lakeland. After the slow start at 1-3. Sometimes you need it. And there's a chopper to short. Clay fields it to his left, fires to first to Burner. And there are 2 outs here in the Eaglet bottom half the third.
Batting number 5, Jack Crichton.
Nice job by Clay. This ball hit the side of the mound. Clay stuck with it and threw it accurately to first. Clay is a really good athlete, pure hitter himself, but a great fielder, and a guy that really anchors that defense. He had 11 interceptions in football and was Livingston County's Football Player of the Year. He would go in to play quarterback about a few games into the season and kind of ran things. And so this guy's Mr. Football, but he's a good athlete, and he's got options in both sports. This is Jack Crichton, who would have options in a couple sports himself, but he's going to play baseball, thank you very much, at Michigan. Also a great basketball player. Base is empty, 1-1. Pitch in the inside corner. Eaglets looking for their first hit through 2 2/3 innings. This is a club that's hit 20 home runs this year and has pounded and punished pitching all season long. But they have yet to get in the groove against Mr. Grunman. And a tip of the cap to him. 42 pitches now for Grunman against the Eaglets. The 3-1 is taken for a strike on the inside part of the plate. Crichton is 10 for 17 on the year coming into competition today. 2 home runs and 9 runs driven in. And that got him on the foot. He is hit now twice. Crichton was hit by a pitch back in the first. He gets plunked again. Both times inside back foot.
Schubert.
Here's the pitch. It got him again on that right foot. So they're peppering poor Jack's right side. So it's a 2-out hit by pitch. The second by Grunman. The second hit by pitch for Crichton. And as if he didn't get banged up enough in basketball, he's getting bruised up in baseball too. Lefty on lefty, tip foul into the glove, caught by the catcher, Casey. Grunman has no-hit the Eaglets through 2 2/3. But he has hit 2 hitters. And he's walked 1 guy. But that will all be forgotten and forgiven if this kid continues to throw a no-no against the Eaglets. The number 1 ranked team in the state and the country. Good size lead at first, not running. And now he is running, and now he's in no man's land, and now he's back safely. Thanks to a low and slow throw by Casey, who had a trouble fielding that thing out of his glove. Time is called. Brad Gunther going to come out and talk to his pitcher, Grunman. Maybe give him a breather as he is about to throw his 48th pitch today. So the conversation is over between Grunman. By the way, Grunman is assisted by, Brad Gunther's assisted by Alex Trojan and Calvin Godwa. Pitch upstairs, 3-1. Brad Gunther in his third year. His first year was tough. It was a COVID year. He said we couldn't play, but we still kept the team together. He took over from Brian Morrison after 17 years. Morrison took Hartland to the promised land in 2015 and brought that state title back home to the Eagles' nest. And so big shoes to fill. Morrison never had a losing season in 17 of them. And Gunther in his first year, after sitting the first year out with COVID, put on a fine performance last year leading this club. There's a line shot foul that's whistled past the Eaglets' first base coach. That's Theo Piccarelli. Theo Piccarelli down at first base. Full count, 2 outs. The runner at first, Crichton, will be off and running. As you get a look at Brad Gunther in his third year, former Wayne State Warrior, swing and a miss, and Schubert's out on strikes. Strikeout number 5 for Grunman, putting on a show by the lake today. No score through 3. We got a dandy. Let's go to the 4th.
This is Adam, take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
There you see the Hartland Eagles, 2-3 on the year. Don't let the record fool you. We've still got them number 9, 2015 champs. Brad Gunther, their leader in his third season, 1,935, the enrollment in this KLAA school, Division I. Ground ball to short, Jason Oliver up with it, fires to first, and there's quickly 1 pitch and 1 out. In the Hartland Eagle 4th inning.
Now batting number 5.
You see the smooth glove of Jason Oliver and the aggressive approach coming from the Eagles, who are going to be aggressive against Nolan Higgins, who has given up just 1 hit, and it was to this man, Grunman, the pitcher. There's a slider on the inside part of the plate for a strike. Higgins has been fantastic today. There's a chopper to third, fielded cleanly by Blake. Grimmer's throw is low, but on point. Scooped up by Ike, and that's a quick 2 outs for Higgins
now
here in the 4th.
Colin Farquharson.
Nolan has thrown just 42 pitches. As we get another look at this slow chopper to third, Blake Grimmer, the Tennessee commit, playing in on the grass. Fired a low strike for out number 2. There's a fastball at the letters for a strike. This is Colin Farquharson. Farquharson is spelled Farquharson. Second baseman. Looks at a changeup that missed. Hartland in the KLAA, of course, their rival Howell, a team that will compete with them in that league. Stevenson, I believe, is in that KLAA, are they not? Yeah. Our own Evan Westfall will be competing for a KLAA golf title here soon enough. There's a strike on the inside part. That's not a violation, is it? MHSA violation to have him with us? No, I don't think so. Doing good things. It's for the kids. 2-2. Off-speed pitches left too tall. This game is moving along. We've kind of sidestepped the serious rain, which is nice. We started with temperatures in the 60s, almost 70s, and we're down in the 50s. And by the lake, it gets a little windy and a little cold anyway. Swing! No, strike 3. No swing. Strike 3. Strikeout number 7 for Nolan Higgins through 4 innings. What a first start of the year and career for Higgins as you get the replay. Well played, strike 3. We're back after this.
What I could tell right off the start was that they were really about the player. And I just got out of high school, so I was using BB Core bats for the past 3 or 4 years. When y'all came to me, took my advice, trying to figure out what we wanted, what I learned in high school about bats, and what I wish I had, it's really cool to be a part of. I can't remember the last time that I hit balls that far with a BB Core bat or as hard. Definitely the best BB Core bat I've ever swung in my life. And I've swung plenty of BB Core bats. The numbers can prove it too, because the numbers that I was getting on my exit velos and the distance, I really didn't get close to that in some of the other BB Core bats. Yeah, just overall, it's been really fun. Know that you were a part of it and that a lot of kids are going to love to use it. Yeah, super excited.
Pure Bar Novi is proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community at Pure Bar. Our classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body using small isometric movements. Our teachers provide modifications for any fitness levels. To achieve your fitness goals, contact them at 248-596-0002. So here we are, starting the bottom half of the fourth. Nothing solved, no score. And what a pitcher's duel between Nolan Higgins and Gannon Grunman. And now Ike Irish in the batter's box. And that's a high strike against Ike Irish, who didn't like it. 1-1 the count. Irish walked in the first. And it was a 5-pitch at bat. Went 3-0, came back 3-1. And this is not a guy to play around with. 727 average, 6 home runs on the year to lead the Eaglets. Against the lefty. Three and 1 the count. Nobody on. Will they come and challenge Ike Irish? Grunman will challenge him with a breaking ball over for a strike. And so a well-placed high strike for Grunman. And what a battle this is. No hit so far given up by Grunman through 3 full innings. And this is popped up. Third base. Nash has room, now gives way to Clay, who makes the catch on the third base side of shortstop for out number 1. So that's a big out for Grunman.
Number 3, Ryan McKay.
But the left-handed side continues. And he's made these Eaglet hitters uncomfortable. And look, it's a lot of left-handed sticks for St. Mary's. You go Schubart, Irish, McKay, Grimmer. This is McKay. And he pulls it back. Ryan Minnie McKay, the Michigan State commit. And this is popped up. Third base side again. Nash giving chase in foul territory and makes the catch in fair territory right on top of the bag for out number 2. So the no-no continues for the Eagles left-hander Gannon Grunman as you get another look at this. The Eaglets really have not hit a whole lot of sharp balls today. It's been one hit up the middle that was sharp, or one swing up the middle that was firm, but not a base hit. Clay handled it. And then they not a base hit. Clay handled it. And then they did have the drive that went to center to the warning track and drove Zielinski back to the wall. But outside of that, it's been Grunman keeping this Eaglet talented, loaded lineup off balance all day. But it doesn't let up here. Blake Grimmer, the Tennessee commit, steps up, and he looks at a high fastball, and it's 2-0. This is not a guy you want to get behind on. But with 2 outs and the base is empty, we'll see what he does here. 3-0, Jason Oliver in the on-deck circle. Eaglets looking for their first hit today. A lineup that's hit 20 home runs this year has been silenced. And it's that Celine curse across the way. Brad Gunther, the former Celine Hornet. Fastball on the inside part of the plate. Of course, Celine was the only blemish on the Eaglets' record a year ago, as they would go 43-1 on the season. And their lone loss was to Celine right here, 1-0. Or was it 2-1? I digress. Pitches down and away. It was 2-1, says Chase Kaufman. So it's a walk for Grimmer. So it hasn't been perfect for Grunman, but he has 2 walks and 2 hit by pitches. But he has yet to give up a hit. And up comes Jason Oliver as you get a look at Matt Petrie in his 12th year. The former Brother Rice Warrior himself. 3 state titles to his credit. Here's the bench boss, including back-to-back for the Eaglets. Jason Oliver with a half-hearted swing, and that's just a changeup that's been really tough to pick up. Grunman, 65 pitches. Pitches upstairs. Grunman through 3 2/3 now, facing his 15th batter. 5 strikeouts, 2 walks, and 2 hit by pitch. Man on first, 2 outs. Oliver lays off the dirt ball, and it's 2-1. St. Mary's swept UAD their last time out. That was a game that was supposed to be played in Detroit, but due to field conditions, St. Mary's welcomed it and brought the Cubs here and threw 2 no-hitters against them. Sharp hit to third. Nash up with it, throws to first, and they got him. A fine play by Nash to go low.
After 4 innings of play,
Staggered a bit, but stood up and fired and kept the no-no alive. We go to the 5th inning. No score.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so that interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game!
There you see it, all 7 of the strikeouts for Nolan Higgins, who toes the rubber here in the 5th. He has been fabtastic in this ball game. Yeah, that's a word, fabtastic. You like that, don't you, Chase? Put that in the old savings account for later. Pitches upstairs. This is number 16, Logan Berner, B-E-R-N-E-R. He's been a busy boy at first base. Done a fine job with the glove. He bats 5th in this lineup for Brad Gunther, who played his college ball for Ryan Kelly. Former Catholic leaguer himself, a divine child. He's the bench boss that took over for Jay Alexander, and he's doing a great job there still. Pitch off the plate. Gunther has another warrior on his staff. Alex Trojan, who's one of his assistants. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Full count now. By the way, the staff for Matt Petrie is Dan Petrie, one of the coaches, pitching coach, Theo Piccarelli, and Aaron Wilson. Tyler Fenzel is the director of baseball operations. Nick Yakabel and A.J. Michaelis are the student managers. There's a walk for Higgins. So there's a walk. And so the pitch count's starting to get up there. That's pitch number 54. He's been a little more responsible with his pitch count than Grunman. Higgins has given up just that one hit to Grunman. And now just the first walk of the day. So 7 Ks against 1 walk. It's a really nice line. We got a pinch runner in the ball game for Hartland. It's number 14. It's Eli Shane. There's a ball inside. By the way, Aaron Wilson is new on the staff this year, and quite an addition. Matt Petrie talking before the ball game how nice it is to have Aaron Wilson on staff. Of course, they do miss Brian Sikowski, who is carried on with his duties in perfect game and living in Cleveland now, just unable to commute. So he's a friendly leave of the program. Aaron Wilson also a friendly beginnings with this program. Pitch upstairs. That's the changeup, and that's low, 3-1. So Higgins now in jeopardy of walking back-to-back hitters. There is no activity in that. Well, there is activity in that Eaglet bullpen. Throw back to first. We'll try to get a number on the reliever in that Eaglet bullpen. The 3-1 pitch. Upstairs, back-to-back walks for Higgins. And Matt Petrie is going to take a long look down at that bullpen and now take a long walk out to the mound and have a word, at least for the moment, with Nolan Higgins. The Detroit Tigers are in action today as well. And there's a perfect game through 4 innings. Matt Manning is throwing a perfect game. How about that? We also have another pinch runner in the ballgame, and we have a pinch hitter. We have someone in the bullpen for Orchard Lake St. Mary's, and it's Aiden Donovan, number 24, who we saw last ball game. And he will continue to heat up and work in that pen. There is a courtesy runner for Hartland who has come on. It's Colton King now at first. So courtesy runner at second is Eli Shane. And Colton King, courtesy runner at first. There's a foul back. So Higgins is in really his first uncomfortable moments in this game. He has breezed through 4. But with nobody out here in the 5th and Aiden Donovan working in the bullpen, the walls are starting to close on the senior. A little bit of pressure mounting. Squares to bunt, pulls it back, and now Cowdery's going to fire to second, and they have nearly picked off the runner, Colton King, or Eli Shane, rather. We're going to get another look at that. Oh, boy. Let's see what we have. Throw back to second, and yeah, not our best look. We'll get there. It's okay. That's all right. Play's gone anyway. Runner's edge off of first and second. 0-2 is low. This is a big spot right here for Braylon Buback. Braylon Buback, the number 7 hitter in the lineup for Brad Gunther, with a chance to take the lead against the number 1 ranked team in the country. A team that is blown by opponents so far this year. There's a ground ball to third. They'll touch third for 1. Grimmer throws to first, and it's an Eaglet double play. 2 for the price of 1. What a fine play by Blake Grimmer on the sharp hit ball to third to field it,
number 9,
and then calmly throw to first for the out. How about that play? And a nice scoop, by the way, at first by Ike Irish, who's a catcher by trade. So the Eaglet 2-banger have the Eagles with a guy still in scoring position, but with 2 outs now. And the defense is perhaps a bit underlooked in this Eaglet team. They lost Alex Mooney from a year ago. They also lost a little bit in their catcher. They platooned a bit. But not much else defensively. There's a sharp grounder, too short. Fielded by Oliver. Fires to first, and the Eaglets get out of it. Hartland strands one, and Higgins gets out of the 2-walk trouble, and his defense backs him up with a DP and an inning-ending ground ball out. Let's go to the bottom of the 5th. We've got a banger by the Lake. No score.
I could tell right off the start was that they were really about the player, and I just got out of high school, so I was using BB Corps bats for the past 3 or 4 years. When y'all came to me, like, took my advice, trying to figure out like what we wanted, what I learned in high school about bats, and what I wish I had, it's like really cool to be a part of. I can't remember the last time that I hit balls that far with a BB Corps bat or as hard. Definitely the best BB Corps bat I've ever swung in my life. And I've swung plenty of BB Corps bats. The numbers can prove it too, because the numbers that I was getting on my exit duels and the distance, I really didn't get close to that in some of the other BB Corps bats. Yeah, just overall, it's been really fun. Know that you were a part of it and that a lot of kids are going to love to use it. Yeah, super excited.
Take a look at the national rankings as we start the bottom of the fifth. St. Mary's #1. Collegiate Baseball News is the contributor to this poll. They're the originator. There is no contribution. Buford #2. You see the rest. We'll go back to it in a second. As Cowdery leads off here in the bottom of the fifth. And what a pitching duel we have between Higgins, who got in a little bit of trouble. He had 2 guys on, nobody out, before getting a double play as Cowdery fouls one down the right field line. It's one of the better swings on the day. Ryan Mooney in the on-deck circle, 8, 9, and 1. Buford second, Tompkins third, Barbie is fourth. The First Academy is fifth. Orange Lutheran out in California, out in nice Orange. If you've been out to Orange, California, and you came back, man, you're better than me. It's a nice place to visit. There's a looping shot to right, hit right at Kavanaugh. He'll back up just a step or two and make the catch. So a solid swing by Cowdery and a nice at-bat, but Grunderson has still been darn near flawless today. And another well-pitched at-bat here. Outside part of the plate, forced Cowdery to go opposite field and negate some of that pop. St. Mary's looking for their first hit of the ball game. 4 1/3 innings, they have no hits. And you can thank the guy pitching, Gannon Grunman. Squares to bunt, Mooney pulls it back and takes a strike. Grunman just threw his 70th pitch tonight. We'll see if Mooney. Nash plays in now. Well, even with the bag at third, he's not in too much. He still gives him. It's an off-speed pitch over for a strike. Gannon Grunman. That moving fastball. Got a little four-seam action to it. The 0-2 1-out pitch is fouled away. Alex Mooney, Ryan's brother, continues to bat in the middle of the lineup for the Blue Devils. Mooney will be draft eligible next season, and you can expect to see him taken if he continues to hit the way he has against ACC pitching already. He's been one of the best power hitters in their lineup, extra base hitters. This is his brother Ryan Mooney, a commit to Notre Dame, looking to get on track here in a 1-2 count. 2-2 the count, just missing off the plate is the 6'4", 190-pounder from Hartland, who has done a stand-up job today, Gannon Grunman. Pitch is low. Mooney has worked all the way back from an 0-2 count, and a fine showing here making Grunman work. 75 pitches as Brad Gunther shouts out instructions to his club. 2015 state champs was Hartland under Brian Morrison. They're looking to upset the number 1 team in the state here. Swing and a shot to left, sharply hit down the line, and it is foul. Well, Mooney was on that pitch. And that one was crushed down the line. Ryan read it well. And this is an at-bat that I don't care what happens. You mark this at-bat down. This is a really good at-bat. And this is something that you need to do against a pitcher like Grunman. In the on-deck circle is the Michigan State commit, Jake Dresselhaus. Grunman has no hit Orchard Lake St. Mary's so far, and we're in the bottom of the 5th inning. And he walks him here. So a really good at bat by Ryan Mooney. And in a time where you're really trying to work and get Grunman out of the game if you're St. Mary's. He's dominated you today. And this is a confidence builder for him. This is a confidence builder for Hartland, too. After they started the season just 1-3, this is a team that was ranked in the preseason top 10 in Division I. And we have them still at number 9, despite being 2-3. And that's because of this kind of performance and this kind of kid. They're also without perhaps their best player today. Player that was dinged up yesterday in competition. Bruce Jellison, a senior who's headed to Wabash Valley Community College. He's a Division I player. Just headed to community college just like Higgins. Sometimes guys need an extra year for whatever reason. It's not a negative. It's just sometimes opportunity in life doesn't present itself in the time manner that you could play baseball in high school. Here's the pitch. It's off the plate. This is Jake Dresselhaus, guy who had 14 home runs last year to lead this team. Now a senior. Looks at a pitch inside, so 2-0, and that pitch count has now reached 80. On his next pitch, he'll reach 80, says Pat the Stat. Sorry, Dad. Here comes the 2-0 with 1 out and a man on first. Good speed at first, too, in the name of Ryan Mooney. Not going against the left-hander, and they almost hit Dresselhaus. Jack Wright in the on-deck circle has been hit twice today. Aiden Donovan continues to work in the Eaglet bullpen. And another pitch in the dirt on pitch 81. And just maybe Brad Gunther has to go get his star left-hander. Matt Petrie can only hope so. So here comes Jack Crichton. Crichton's been hit by pitch twice today. He had not been hit by a pitch yet this year. Is that right? Boy, no hit by pitches coming in. The Eaglets, who have 20 home runs and 74 runs driven in this year, have no hits. Pitch is low. Runner breaks for third, Mooney, and he is safe. A fine secondary lead by Mooney allows him to advance to third on the wild pitch. You get another look here. Casey kept it well tracked, but the backhand cost him. And Mooney's speed, he had no chance. Staying at first was Dresselhaus. Not sure why. 1-0 count with 1 out. runners at the corners. Dresselhaus a threat to run here. There's a swing and a fly ball. This should drive in the run. Tagging at third is Mooney. Circling the baseball's Kavanaugh. He makes the catch, and they won't even try. Ryan Mooney is in, and the Eaglets lead 1-0 despite yet to get their first hit of the game.
Now batting.
They'll take it on a day that Grunman has just been dominant. It takes a Jack Crichton lift to right to drive in the game's first run. So 1-0 St. Mary's. Runner still on at first, and here comes the ever-dangerous Nolan Schubert. The Michigan commit, 6'4", 225. Was hitting towering home runs. There goes the runner, pitches outside, the throw down to second, not in time. It was to the first base side of second base. It was a good jump by Dresselhaus, who runs well. And a low pitch, really no chance for Casey to get him at second. And there's another Eaglet in running position and scoring position with 2 outs. There's a pop-up, and this should get him out of the inning. Zielinski will come in. Bubak will come in as well, and he drops the baseball. In to score comes Dresselhaus. St. Mary's takes a 2-0 lead on the game's first error. The no-no is still intact, but the lead has just increased for St. Mary's. They lead 2-0.
Now batting, number 18, Irish.
The wind is blowing, but this was Zielinski's ball in center. And Bubak came over and called off the center fielder. And that was a mistake. That's Zielinski's ball. I know he's a 9th grader, but that's his ball in center field. And Bubak interfered, and it cost him a run. Here's Irish trying to make it hurt a little bit more. But the Eaglets still need their first hit of the day. Or do they? Fouled away. So Schubert will take second base. There will be no run driven in on that. There's no RBI on the play. There's no hit on the play, and there's no earned run on the play either for the pitcher. Irish, who popped out his last time up, has also walked in this game. Grunman is still out there and about to throw his 90th pitch of the day. Irish has walked in this game and, as I mentioned, popped out and is only 2 at-bats. Ryan Minnie McKay in the on-deck circle. Who will get the first hit for the Eaglets? Will they get a hit today? Will they need a hit today? Fly ball center field, it's deep. Zielinski going back, and that ball is long gone. Home run. Irish has done it again. That's his 7th home run of the year, and the Eaglets have broken it open with a 4-0 lead on their first hit of the day. Irish's 7th of the year. Wow. On pitch number 88, Grunman gets battered up, and it comes on the heels of an error. And boy, does Irish make him pay. Well over the 345 mark in left center field. And the Auburn commit has just taken advantage of a Hartland Eagle error. It's a 4 spot for the Eaglets here in the 5th. You got to feel for Grunman. But Irish just continues to do crazy things. The 2-run shot for Irish. We told you it's his 7th of the year. It's his 15th RBI 14th and 15th RBI. He came in batting .727 with a 2,300 slugging percentage. That's just unbelievable. It's not even worth, elaborating on. It's unthinkable. There's a ground ball, and Teddy two-step with a nice left-handed scoop. And he'll throw that into the Hartland dugout. And Alex Trojan says thank you very little. 92 pitches now for Grunman. Ryan Minnie McKay in a 2-1 count with 2 outs and a runner not on base. Popped up. First base side giving chase and giving way to the Hartland faithful. And a young fan from Howell will take that home. How did a Howell fan get a baseball in a Hartland game? I don't know. There's some explaining to do over there. Intern Kurt is on the case. Or on TikTok. I'm not sure which one. You on the case or TikTok? It's a foul back of the plate. Ryan Minnie McKay battling Grunman, who is nearing triple digits. 4 runs on 1 hit for St. Mary's. All 4 runs in this inning. Grunman still throwing a 1-hitter. The 2-2. Fly ball softly to center. That one's going to drop in for a base hit. In front of Zielinski, in front of Farquharson. And we've got another 2-out hit. 2 consecutive hits after that error by Bubak. And the Eaglets continue to move them along. Just a well-placed C&I single for Ryan Minnie McKay, the second hit of the game for St. Mary's. And Grunman's day is over. And the ovations are coming from all around this Dan Petrie field, both sides. The Eaglet faithful really appreciate the effort today by Gannon Grunman. And nobody happier to see him go than Matt Petrie, the ultimate tip of the cap and highest form of respect. Get out of here. My goodness, he was ever effective, but was damaged by this inning's walks. He gave up a couple of walks in the inning, came back, gave up a seamless lazy fly ball to center. Ball was dropped. And then Ike Irish with a 2-run shot. And the Eaglets have taken a 4-0 lead. We'll take a timeout and tell you all about the new pitcher coming on in relief for Brad Gunther and the Hartland Eagles. Not out of this thing yet. We're coming back here on The Prep. Nothing St. Mary's. Hartland has gone to their bullpen here in the 5th. And they find Gavin Bosnick, B-A-S-N-E-C. He's a junior. He's a right-handed pitcher. He also spends some time in the outfield. And that'll close the books on the pitcher Gannon Grunman, whose day is over, and his final line as he goes 4 2/3 innings. And he gives up just 3 hits, 4 runs, not all of them earned. There's the throw down to second and into center field. And rounding second to third is Ryan Minnie McKay. Grunman would strike out 5, walk 4. He would hit 2. But a very impressive outing for Gannon Grunman here today. The Michigan State commit making a point here in Orchard Lake Village today. Blake Grimmer is the batter. He's in a 1-0 count against Bosnick. And popped fouled here out of play. The skies have cleared a bit. We've seen light rain today. Temperatures have really fluctuated since we started. It says we're still in the 60s. I don't buy that. Strike called. Grimmer looked at it right down the heart of Indian Trail for strike 1. Looking ahead to tomorrow's temperatures, and they look nearly flawless for our game in Troy. I don't know if we've ever done a game in Troy in any sport at any level. It'll be fun. Maybe we can go to the mall afterwards. Get you a pretzel. Somerset. An outfit for a couple grand. Foul ball down the left field line, giving chase and making a fabulous catch is Clay, the shortstop. Look at this catch. My goodness. We heard about the athleticism of Sam Clay, but look at this one. Pop up. And Grimmer is robbed by Clay, who went in foul territory, came all the way back, and made the snatch in left field. But damage done. 4 runs by St. Mary's on just 2 hits. They lead by 4 as we go to the 6th. This is the prep.
What rhymes with great?
Participate.
Where does greatness start?
Here, in the classroom.
On the diamond.
In the pool. On the field. Where will your greatness take you?
To better grades.
To more friends.
Yeah!
Be great.
Participate!
Welcome back to Orchard Lake St. Mary's, founded in 1885. This fine institution, co-divisional now, 625. Yeah, number 1 in the country and the state. Matt Petrie in his 10th year, make it his 12th year. He was the head coach of the year, the MHSCA season ago. And state champs in 1921, 15, 03, and 98. Jim Pachorik, a 1978 grad you should know. All-state in baseball 3 times, all-state in football 3 times, All-American in football and in baseball, and the MHSA Player of the Year in 1978. Of course, went on to the University of Michigan to play baseball and graduated in 82. And played over professionally in Japan. And he's running a nice Polish restaurant, I believe, down in Arizona. Like Polish fast food in Arizona. We should go down there, check that out. He's taken the great Polish cuisine of Orchard Lake St. Mary's and their culture. We've got a new pitcher on the mound. It's Aiden Donovan. Aiden Donovan, the right-hander who we saw our last time at this ballpark. He started the game, and he was fabulous. So he takes over for Nolan Higgins, who is in line for his first win of the year. And the first of his career, I believe. 4-0 St. Mary's lead, top of the 6th. This is Mitchell Cavanaugh, the number 9 hitter. Rolls it back to the pitcher. Aiden Donovan handles it cleanly. And there is an out.
Now batting number 17, Michael.
Here comes Michael Zielinski, the leadoff man. You recall Zielinski was busy last inning defensively and had a play in center. Some miscommunication with the left fielder. Watched a home run sail over his head and blooper bleed in front of him. All kinds of action for him. But this is a fine-looking left-handed hitting center fielder. He also pitches. He's like their number 3 starter, 4 starter. Pitches low, just mature beyond his years. Brad Gunther says this kid just knows how to play. He's a gamer. You watch him hit in BP, then you watch him play in the game, and he says it just doesn't change ever. He's also a standout hockey player as he draws a walk here with 1 out in the 6th.
Now batting number 4.
And that'll bring up the number 2 hitter, Mr. Clay, who you saw make that fine play to end the St. Mary's 4-run 5th. You'll want to stick with us tomorrow. 4 o'clock start will be in Troy for St. Mary's against number 3, Brother Rice. Brother Rice split with Grosse Pointe Liggett. $14-0 Liggett beat Brother Rice in one of their games last Saturday or a couple Saturdays ago. Pitch outside from Aiden Donovan, who's on in relief of Nolan Higgins. So Brother Rice came back and beat Liggett in that second game. But that will be a great battle tomorrow in Troy, St. Mary's and Brother Rice. You won't want to miss it. We'll be on the air at 3:45. Zielinski on at first. He runs well. Just a freshman, but an aggressive lead. Not running. And the Tapper, swing is grounded back near our crowd mic. Almost right on our crowd mic. And Dan Petrie will come over, pick that up, and look at the baseball. Just baseball tradition. You got to look at the baseball. If you don't look at that baseball, it's just not respect. Baseball respect. There's a swing and a ground ball to short, softly hit. They'll go to second for 1 and will not have a chance to get Sam Clay, who runs very well at first. So there's 2 outs now, and that will bring up a pinch hitter, Gabe War. Gabe War, the pinch hitter. War will bat for Gannon Grunman, who is responsible for the only hit today for Hartland.
War.
So War will hit for Grunman. Colin Farquharson in the on-ducks circle. Pop foul out of play. So St. Mary's trying to go to 7-0. Team that went 43-1 a season ago. Hartland looking at a 2-4 start. There's a ground ball in the hole. Oliver will give way to Grimmer, who throws to first low. Like Irish can't handle it, and we'll see how they score it. But on at first base is the pinch hitter, Gabe War.
Now batting number 6, Colin Farquharson.
So here comes Colin Farquharson with runners at first and second now and just 2 outs. There are 2 outs. Not just 2 outs. 2 outs is a lot of outs. Right, Fish? Fish is running the audio today, so that great sound you're hearing is out of DJ Fish. Were you spinning down at opening day? Were you spinning with the Godfather? I thought he gave way to you about midway through the day. All right. And I thought you spun this weekend down in Chicago. You did, okay. Here's a long drive to left, but that was It's going to be out of play. Farquharson, the second baseman. He's a junior in this heavy junior lineup. Is Manning still throwing a perfect game? No? Okay. St. Mary's now has 21 home runs on the year. There's an off-speed pitch that Donovan wanted badly. Here comes the 1-2 with 2 outs and 2 men on. Just missed outside. Aiden Donovan. Sophomore right-hander. Firm fastball up to 90 miles an hour. Also that changeup. Solid breaking ball that's developing. He was the ace of the JV last year. Couple scoreless innings against Divine Child in the preseason. There's a ground ball sharply to third. Grimmer will touch the bag, and that'll end the inning. So that's that. Grimmer with soft hands at that hot corner. And that'll take us to the bottom of the 6th inning. St. Mary's up by 4.
What I could tell right off the start was that they were really about the player. And I just got out of high school, so I was using BB Corps bats for the past 3 or 4 years. When y'all came to me, took my advice, trying to figure out what we wanted, what I learned in high school about bats, and what I wish I had, it's really cool to be a part of. I can't remember the last time that I hit balls that far with a BB Corps bat or as hard. Definitely the best BB Corps bat I've ever swung in my life. And I've swung plenty of BB Corps bats. The numbers can prove it too, because the numbers that I was getting on my exit velos and the distance, I really didn't get close to that in some of the other BB Corps bats. Yeah, just overall, it's been really fun. Know that you were a part of it and that a lot of kids are going to love to use it. Yeah, super excited.
SP Sports Performance, 248-397-8945 at 2SP Sports. Go get them. Farmington Hills, Madison Heights, Shelby Township, Waterford. Joe Neal's your guy. He'll get you trained properly. And he trains these St. Mary's Eaglets. So I think he knows what's going on. He knows what's up. He also trains lacrosse. He trains all kinds of sports, but he's going to give you 10% off when you mention the prep. And you get in there and get trained like the Eaglets do by him. 21 home runs Joe Neal has helped the Eaglets jack out already through 6 games and 6 innings. 4-0 Eaglets. There's a tapper fouled on the left field line. That's Jason Oliver, the shortstop, who's had a fine game defensively today. Parker Brushevitz has moved into the on-deck circle. He will bat for somebody. Ground ball, base hit, left side. Jason Oliver with a solid see-through single, and it comes off of Gavin Basnick.
Number 9, Parker Brushevitz.
So Cowdery will be lifted for Brushevich. I got to work on that. Man, I'm in preseason form with Brushevich. This is a kid that can hit, and he can throw. He's in the rotation. And he pops one down the line. Foul, but not by much. Good shot there. Great camera crew today. Led, as always, by Kyle Buchanan. Brandon Cardenas doing great work as well on top of the third base dugout. Fouled back. Parker Brustevich. Ryan Mooney in the on-deck circle, he really started this thing. Mooney was the guy that started this rally back in the fifth inning. Drew a walk and kind of gave Grunman something to think about. There's a ground ball sharply again. Peaches will let that roll through wisely. A lot of bang in his body, but he's not snatching that thing. He's no dummy. And by bang, I mean drinks. The drink bang. That's what we're having today. Petrie was pounding one before the game. I said, did you have sushi?
Now batting, number 2, Ryan.
Parker's out on strikes. Get another look here. Nice pitch. Gavin Basnick. So here's Ryan Mooney with Oliver on with a leadoff single. Try not to spoil that start. And he pops one to left. This one is caught waist high by Buback. Buback with a nice catch. Good swing for Mooney.
Now batting.
He's had a fine
4, Jake
plate performance today. Here comes Jake Dresselhaus. Four 0 Eaglets. This thing has been a pitcher's duel until the bottom of the fifth, when the Eaglets busted it open with an Ike Irish home run, his 7th of the year, to increase the lead from 2-0 to 4-0. It became 2-0 without any hits. And it started with a Mooney leadoff walk on 7 pitches. He worked Grunman to get his pitch count up into the 90s before he would finally leave the ballgame. But a performance that won't soon be forgotten. The rest of the state is on alert. The Michigan State commit, Gannon Grunman's for real. And he proved it today. Throwback to first, and that one nearly found the stands. Jason runs well, but he'll hold at second. St. Mary's with 3 hits today. 4 runs on 3 hits, 1 error. That's the second error of the game for Hartland, and that was a one that, yeah, we've all been there. I didn't want to do that. No, I'm just saying that's what he was saying. I'm saying what he was saying. Yeah, sorry about that. Everybody looked at me like, what am I doing? It happens a lot. It's nothing new. 4-0 Eaglets. Dresselhaus, the batter. 4 runs is comfortable. 5-0 feels better if you're Matt Petrie. There's a high near strike. Basnick wanted it. So did Gunther in that dugout. Let's take another look. Yeah, that's a little too tall for the 5'9" Dresselhaus. I agree. Comes the 3-1. Swing and miss. One frame has runs in it, and that was the Eaglet 5th. The only scoring today. We're in the bottom of the 6th. Eaglet's last try. And he walked Dresselhaus. So 2 men on, 2 men out, and that will bring up Mr. Crichton.
Now batting, number 5, Jack Crichton.
Rochester's own Jack Crichton to the plate, the Michigan commit, and the center fielder today. We haven't seen a lot of action out of him in center field. We have not seen a lot of action of him at center field in his career, but capable indeed. Eric Backus taking note. Zielinski, what happened there? Oh, there's a ball in the outfield. Okay. Somebody's out in center field helping him out. The wind, which has been whipping most of the day, is really calmed a bit. Crichton takes it low. Runners advance to second and third. Crichton's been plunked twice today. He's been hit on that right foot twice. He's one of the guys at the top of the list of people happy to see Grunman out of the game. And it's no disrespect, but he's been hit twice and has yet to hit him. RBI opportunity here for Jack. Inside strike called 1-1. Nolan Schubert in the on-deck circle. Pitch outside the zone. Jack officially just one at bat today. Again, he's been hit twice. He does have an RBI sacrifice fly to right, which scored the game's first run back in the 5th inning. Pops one to right. This one down the line. This one trouble, and this is going to drop in for a base hit. This will store 2. Crichton on his way to second, and he is out at second. But Dresselhaus scores, Oliver scores, and the Eaglets now lead it 6-0 as we go to the top half of the 7th. 2 more for insurance. Off the bat here. Crichton gets RBIs 2 and 3 of the day. Let's go to the 7th. Let's stand up, stretch it out. 5-0 Eaglets.
As the voice of Michigan student athletes, the Student Advisory Council's role
is to convey the message of how high school sports are supposed to be played.
We are responsible for helping the MHSAA maintain a positive and healthy atmosphere
so the interscholastic athletes may thrive.
We believe athletes should be competitive,
sportsmanlike, and excel academically.
We believe students in the stands should have fun,
but not take the focus away from the game.
We believe coaches should act as teachers,
helping student athletes develop while still keeping high school sports in perspective.
We believe that parents should always be positive role models
and be supportive of their child's decision.
We believe officials commit their own time to high school sports,
and respect should always be shown and given to them.
The most important goal for student athletes is to enjoy high school sports
while keeping a high level of respect between all those involved in the games.
Enjoy the game.
Welcome back to Dan Petrie Field. We are the Prep. We'll be with you tomorrow from Troy to take on Orchard Lake St. Mary's and Brother Rice. And we are looking forward to that. But some chicken left on the bone here. Hartland's not done. And Aiden Donovan isn't either. There's a sharp grounder to short. Oliver sits on it, fires across the diamond. And there's quickly one out here in the road 7th. 2 outs left for the Eagles of Hartland. Just 1 hit today, but boy, I tell you what, Nolan Higgins was fabulous. He's in line for the win. Aiden Donovan's been special in relief. And Grunman, Gannon Grunman was special. It was a good, well-played baseball game that busted open in the 5th. Donovan trying to close it out. The Eagles, led by Brad Gunther, will have something to say in the KLAA this year. There's no doubt about that. It's a slow start for them. They're on track to fall to 2-4, but as we all know, it's Casey Shattuck, the batter, and he loops one to left for a base hit. So Shattuck gets a 1-out hit here in the 7th. Guy with some pop in his bat. And this is a big-time leader on this team, and that's a leadership play, saying, hey, look, we're not going off softly. We're not giving up at bats. It's easy to let your guard down in the 7th. Not for Casey at the bat. It's a one-out single. There's a pitch in the inside corner off the plate, and it backs up Braylon Bubak. Braylon Bubak, the left fielder. The junior looks at one too tall. This is a very junior-laden lineup. Just 2 seniors in the starting lineup. We've seen 3 seniors in total today as War has come in to pinch hit. But this is a team that's built for the future. We did not see Bruce Jellison today, maybe their best player, and he's one of those 3 seniors. Strike called emphatically by the home plate umpire, who remains nameless. 6-0 St. Mary's. Glad you're with us. Swing and a drive deep and foul. Thank you. Look at that. Look at that lettuce on him. Look at Ryan's lettuce. Should be the envy of every man, that hair. That's a deep drive and a good swing against Aiden Donovan. 1 man on, 1 man out. 2-2 count. Swing and a miss. Cowdery will throw back to first. First base was occupied, I believe. Yes, it was. It's an out. 2 outs. And the Eagles are down to their final out against the Eaglets. This is Gavin Nash, who's played a fine 3rd sack today. Nolan Higgins, the story of this game. Talk about putting state on alert. Nolan Higgins has done that too. A guy who's virtually off the radar, really. If you talk about St. Mary's top prospects, and on this team, top prospects goes double digits deep. There's a ground ball chopper to first, should end the game. Irish handles it, touches the bag, and the Eaglets go to 7-0. But a lot of things today opened up our eyes, and both pitchers did that, and the big bat of Ike Irish also did that. A lot of fun today by the lake. St. Mary's wins it, but not without a fight. Hartland coming over from the KLAA comes in correct, but they come out with a loss. 6-0 St. Mary's. We're coming back for the wrap-up from Orchard Lake right after this.
Pure Barre is a full-body workout that transforms you, physically and mentally. Our musically driven group classes focus on low-impact, small movements that strengthen and tone your entire body in 50 minutes or less. Anyone is capable of taking Pure Barre, no matter your age or fitness level, and no dance experience is required. Arrive at the studio 10 to 15 minutes before class begins so we can check you in. Wear something you can move comfortably in. We suggest leggings or long pants and a workout top. You'll also need a pair of sticky socks to keep your feet from sliding during class. If you need sticky socks, you can pick some up at the studio. Before class, grab a ball, tube, and a light set of weights. Right from the start, you connect to the beat. Class begins with a warm-up, then your teacher will guide you through arm work using the light weights. After that, you'll make your way over to the bar, where you'll work your thighs, then your seat, and finally your abs. You'll finish your workout with a cool down to stretch your muscles. Something you'll hear often in class is a tuck. A tuck is a movement that involves contracting the abs while rotating your hips forward and up to elongate your spine. One of the biggest benefits of Pure Barre are the small, controlled movements in class. When you hear your teacher say pulse or down an inch, up an inch, that literally means just 1 inch, the size of a paperclip. This is important because with Pure Barre, the smaller the movement, the bigger the change in your muscles. Your first class will move quickly, and it will be challenging, but your teacher will be right there beside you and can help you modify the workout throughout the class. After 3 to 4 classes, you'll start to get comfortable with the flow. And after 8 to 10 classes, you can see results. Our teachers and our community will support you along the way. Pure Barre is about rising above who you were yesterday and building a stronger version of yourself today. Precise, strong, balanced, inspired. This is Pure Barre.
All right, this is Adam. Take 2. Mark?
I guess.
I go like this.
The best part about playing football in Texas has to be the reaction from the community.
I want to encourage others to play volleyball or choir because you get to experience new things and do stuff that you've never done before. My reason why is passion.
My reason why is pride.
Pure Barre Novi is proud to help you achieve your fitness goals while joining a vibrant, supportive community. At Pure Barre, the classes are designed to strengthen and tone your entire body using small isometric movements. Our teachers provide modifications for any fitness level. To help you achieve your fitness and wellness goals, we also offer an array of athleisure wear in the boutique. It'll keep you working out in style. Find out more right now by calling 248-596-0002 or by visiting our website and scan that schedule. You see that right there? Scan it. It's a fun activity. My wife does it. She's bought some of the athleisure wear. She's working out. She's enjoying Pure Barre. She feels confident again. And this is quite the facility and training experience. And we appreciate Bridget Stockton and the fine folks. Look at the pooch. How about it? How about those jeans, too? I like the jeans. I like the dog. I like everything about that shot from Brandon Cardenas in his first year out of Eastern Michigan. Doing a great job. Yeah, stay off those shoes, man. Those are expensive. Come on, pooch. Highlights are coming, says Chase Kaufman. Let's go to them. 6-0 St. Mary's wins it. This is how it got done. Nolan Higgins is how it got done. There's strikeout number 2, 3, 4. Good morning, good afternoon, good night. 5, there's 6, and there's 7. Nolan Higgins with 7 Ks on the day and 17 batters faced. How about the defensive play here by Grimmer? The throw to first, Irish with a good grab. St. Mary's had a double play. This was the first run of the game. This was Jack Crichton tagging hitting a sac fly to right. It scored Ryan Mooney. And St. Mary's would lead 1-0 in the 5th, despite not having a run scored. Then this here was an error. An error by the left fielder, Braylon Bubak, who cut in front of Zielinski. It scored the game's second run, and it was 2-0 St. Mary's as Dresselhaus came in to score. And then the big blow. Ike Irish went deep. Touchdown Irish, his 7th of the year. It cleared our center field cam. Zielinski watched it fly into Doug's house. And it was a 2-run shot, 4-0 St. Mary's. They put up a 4 spot in the 5th. Got them fired up. And they weren't done. This was a base hit to right. A little Oppo single. Eaglets would go on to win at 6-0. And you look at the performers for St. Mary's, 5 hits on the day, none bigger than the blow in the game. The 2-run shot by Ike Irish, who drove in his 14th and 15th runs of the year with his 7th home run. St. Mary's hits their 21st home run of the year. That's 21 home runs through 7 games. Even my math can figure that out. That's 3 home runs a game. My goodness. 7-0 is St. Mary's. They win 6-0. Hartland falls, but their numbers are worth going over. Gannon Grundman, the pitcher of record, he did take the loss, but he went 4 2/3. Had a no-no going into the 5th. Gave up 3 hits, 4 runs. Just 2 were earned. 5 strikeouts, 4 walks. He plunked a couple, but Grunman was special, the future Spartan. The fine performance. Bosnick would come in relief, would strike out 1 and 1 1/3 and give up a couple of runs. But the day belonged to Nolan Higgins and Ike Irish, and so did the night. The Eaglets go to 7-0. I want to thank our great crew for more fun here at Orchard Lake St. Mary's. Alex Westfall, your executive producer. Chase Kaufman on replay. Samuel Fisher on audio. Pat Bush on stats. Daniel Cole is on graphics. James Ferris is your creative director. Julia Pisano, your photographer. Brandon Cardenas is a cameraman. And Kyle Buchanan is as well. Thank you both for a great job. Also special thanks to our center field camera, who remains nameless, just like our umpire. My name is Chad Bush. 6-0 St. Mary's over Hartland. We'll talk to you tomorrow. Brother Rice and St. Mary's in a double dip. Don't miss it. We're on at 4 o'clock from Troy, somewhere in Troy. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great night, everybody. So long.